This is my 5-minute video. Hopefully 5 minutes. YouTube. I'm gonna YouTube this. Like to here you go. On vaccines. First off, 3 things about vaccines that I think this information just needs to be out here. How long do you think the COVID vaccine has been researched? Most people think it's like a year, because that's how long it took to make the vaccine, about a year. It's 50. Do you know that we've been researching COVID vaccines for like 50 years? I didn't know that. I had to look it up and research it and found out that we've been studying COVID vaccines for a very long time. That there was actually a researcher or a vaccine person who was like, COVID, and he had to put his stuff on ice. Nobody was interested in these COVID vaccines until now. But whatever. 50 years. So it wasn't like all of a sudden just a year. Another thing is the Black Doctors Association, they got together and they said, you know what? We're going to look at this data. We're going to look at these vaccines. We're just going to look at these vaccines and see if they say for our people. And by our people, I mean Black people. Now listen, if you, whatever other color, looking at this video, okay, you're here. I'm not saying that the Black Doctors Association was bad, but they looked at this data and they're like, and they vetted it. They were like, yes, it's safe. It's safe. So you have a separate organization of doctors who looked at this data, looked at this vaccine, and they said it's safe. And it's like, I don't think that there's enough people who know that. And I don't think that there's enough Black people who know that. I think people need to know that. I think we need to get that out there. Other thing is FDA approval. I hear a lot of people saying this vaccine isn't FDA approved. It's not FDA approved. We had hesitancy about vaccines before COVID was even a problem. There are people who are very hesitant about vaccines, thanks to that doctor who did something at his kid's birthday party and put out a paper on it. Listen, if you're hesitant about vaccines, I need you to look at how all this started, and I need you to look at the doctor. Anyway, how do you do a random test at a kid's birthday party and then put a paper out on that? That's crazy. But anyway, thanks to him, thanks to Pamela Anderson, people are hesitant about vaccines, which is fine. Listen, I'm not saying that vaccines are 100%. People, there is a thing in case there's something set up in case people have a reaction to a vaccine or something like that. So I get why people could be hesitant. I think the benefits also outweigh the cost, though. You talk about HPV, that's a new vaccine. Listen, there's a vaccine that's out so that a vagina doesn't get cancer. Listen, there's a vaccine out for chickenpox so that you don't get shingles. Listen, so my kid, I have a chance to get shingles because I got chickenpox. I itched, I did the whole thing. I got a chance to get shingles when I get older, and shingles is nothing to play with. You could literally die from shingles. I mean, no, I don't, listen, if I could stop that from my kid, and I could stop my kid from having cancer in her vagina, I'm doing that. I'm signing me up. Anyway, I think that we need advertising dollars to let people know all these things. Black Doctors Association, we need to let them know that coronavirus has been out there for 50 years being studied and researched, and that this vaccine is FDA approved. It's under emergency approval because that's the fastest way they could get it out. So we need to let people notice that. I mean, Biden, listen, if you want me on the board, if you want me on the, how to do this, how to get the message across, how to come up with some 2-minute ads. Oh, and not drop phones. Listen, I'm your girl. If you want some other people, you can bring them on and take this idea. I'm fine with that. But I'm almost at my 5-minute mark. That's all I got to say. comment below. All right. Coming up next to you, we're going to talk about juvenile diabetes and how nobody knows anything about that. All right. Have a good night or day. Bye.